So yesterday got dark pretty quick. Wasn't able to finish putting the pieces back together to go back into the transmission. However, it did give me some time to inspect the lead frame that I took out of the transmission, and I noticed that there was a couple of things going on with it. The first thing was there's some grooves cut into where the slide mechanism operates, and there was a bunch of metallic particle all over the magnet, which could false trigger a position. Just clutch material that built up on the magnet. So I've got the old part. If you look, you can see a lot of silver metallic all over the magnet sensor, and I think that's probably what my issue was, but I don't want to put it all back in and have to drain the pan again and take it out if I clean this and it doesn't fix it. There's some grooves and some slide cut into the casting. The back side of the sensor looks okay, but the front side was pretty messed up. Yeah, you can see a lot of the materials coming off of my fingers right now, and I already wiped it off a little bit last night when I was looking at it. Putting the lead frame back to the valve body, there's a specific torque sequence that you have to do, as well as abide by a torque spec. The torque spec for these bolts are 62 inch-pounds. So I'm going to use my beam style torque wrench and set them to 62 inch-pounds. Alright, I got the valve body back in. I was having a problem with the thermal overflow valve, or thermal pressure valve, but I got a little trick. I used some dielectric grease around the body of the valve to slide up in the hole and just kind of keep a little stiction there, and it stayed up long enough for me to put the valve body up to it and screw the screws in. The valve body is held in with 11 Torx bolts, and the torque spec for those is 71 inch-pounds. So I'm gonna tighten them up 71 inch-pounds in sequence, and then after that it's putting the bulkhead connector back in, putting the pan back on, and filling it up and seeing if the fault goes away. Alright, so I got the transmission fluid in for the most part. I gotta warm the transmission up and check the fluid level after it's warm. But this is the first time I'm putting the key in to check and see if it even responds to any of the gear change. The position should read parked, so we'll see. Yep. Alright. Yep. That worked. Yep. Okay. Alright. There we go. There, it looks like that fixed our problem. I'll give you an update after the transmission fluid is warmed up, and we'll see what goes on from there. Alright, well, I just got done putting transmission fluid in. I took it around the block for a test drive just to see if it shifted okay, if it was slipping at all. It doesn't seem like there's anything wrong. I'm going to make sure that there's no air in the torque converter and take it slow, but I'm going to take it for another test drive right now and see if everything's back to normal. I have all of my shift lights like I did before, well, before it was broken. Alright, here we go. Here's a little test drive.